Chapter 10. The Civil War. Slavery in the 1800s. During the 1800s, many people in the southern United States depended on enslaved workers to grow cotton and other crops. These crops were sold to countries in Europe. When the U.S. gained more territory in the West, many people in the South wanted to move there. They wanted slavery to be legal in the new states and territories, so they could keep enslaved workers on their farms. Most northern states passed laws against slavery, and many people in the North did not want slavery in the West. When people from the North and South moved west in the 1800s, there were many conflicts about whether slavery should be legal there. Congress began to pass laws to decide where slavery could be legal and where it could not. Fighting for civil rights and ending slavery. Between 1800 and 1860, some people believed slavery should be illegal, and that everyone in the U.S. should have civil rights. For example, Frederick Douglass escaped slavery and became an important civil rights leader. He gave speeches and wrote books to end slavery and protect civil rights. Susan B. Anthony also fought for civil rights in the 1800s. She agreed with Frederick Douglass that slavery should be illegal. Susan B. Anthony also fought for women's rights. She wanted women to be treated equally to men, and she wanted women to have the right to vote in the United States. The beginning of the Civil War. In 1861, the United States started fighting the Civil War. The Civil War is one war the U.S. fought during the 1800s. It was fought between the North and the South from 1861 to 1865. One main cause of the Civil War was slavery. Southern states wanted slavery to remain legal, while northern states wanted to make it illegal. The Civil War began in 1861, after 11 southern states left the United States and tried to create their own country. They called their country the Confederate States of America. The states in the North remained the United States of America. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln led the United States during the Civil War. He was the 16th president, serving from 1861 to 1865. During the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. The Emancipation Proclamation document freed enslaved people in most southern states. Emancipation is another word for freedom. Proclamation is another word for announcement. The Emancipation Proclamation announced that people who were enslaved in most southern states were free. Most people enslaved in southern states were not actually freed until after the Civil War was over. The North won the Civil War when the South surrendered in April 1865. A few days later, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Assassinated means he was murdered for political reasons. The end of slavery. After the Civil War, all people who were enslaved in the southern states were freed. On June 19, 1865, enslaved people living in Galveston, Texas, became the last to learn that the Civil War was over and that they were free. June 19th became a holiday called Juneteenth. Today, Juneteenth is a national U.S. holiday that recognizes and celebrates the end of slavery in the United States. On December 6, 1865, the 13th Amendment was added to the Constitution. The 13th Amendment made slavery illegal in the United States.